June 17th, 2026. We had an FOMC day today, meaning there was a. Can you see where the event was? Can you see when the meeting happened, when the news came out? It's kind of obvious when you just stop and look. Here's regular price action, and then here is the release of news. What is it? FOMC. What did FOMC say? Well, they're not going to be doing X, Y, and Z. It has to do with interest rates, and I'll let you go reflect on that on your own time. But that's the point: is we're on FOMC days, which happen on Wednesdays. If you know there's going to be a news release, a press release like that, then you really want to be careful, because there's going to be some extreme volatility as soon as that news comes out. That's normal, happens all the time, and if you are prepared for it, you can make some trades. You can take some trades with it. We're going to get into the traditional strategy of what happens when the momentum on all time frames are going the same direction. What does that look like? What did that look like today? We're going to look at it on a 2-minute chart, and then we're going to look at it on a 1-minute chart. And we're going to get started right now. Here we are at market open. Our alignment with our 5 is there. Our 15 alignment is here. Our 1 hour momentum alignment is here. So we always start with the biggest, and we work our way down, and we wait for all of them to align. That's the game. It's really a game, honestly. The market opens, we're in the green. We're looking for upward opportunities. We're in the green. Simple as that. So now we look at our 15. Our 15, what is it doing? Well, it's also in the green at market open. That's wonderful. Wonderful. The 5-minute, however, opens up, and we're selling off. We are selling off. So we're waiting for the 5-minute to also be in the green. That's what we're waiting for. Do you see that happen anytime? No, that doesn't happen for the first hour of the market. We don't get our 5-minute momentum to be aligned with the direction of the alignment with the higher time frames until here. Now we're in the green on the 5. And remember when I said it's a game? Okay, so now you're looking, well, look, the 15's not in the green anymore, so there's no alignment there. So the first alignment of the day doesn't happen, believe it or not, because the 1 hour is still in the green. We don't get an upward opportunity on the. Well, here we are. This is kind of 1. The 15 is about to finish to the green, right? It's about to. It hasn't yet. Has not yet. But it's about to. Now it has. So now it's flipped to the green. So the 1 hour is in the green. The 15 minutes in the green. Okay, now we look to the 5. What's the 5 telling us? The 5 is literally selling off. The momentum is not expanding. Our probabilities are not increasing. So we're not taking a trade either. We want it to be in the correct region and expanding, not contracting. So there's no alignment that occurs today until much later. I'm just going to walk through this with you to make sure I don't skip anything. Right when the news breaks, we have a vicious sell-off in the market. And notice what's happening on our alignment. Our 1 hour is finally crossing over. 15 holding and crossing over to the red again. And our 5 is coming back. So after this huge sell-off occurs, you let that sell-off happen. After that occurs, now, all of a sudden, we're looking at an alignment. What is the alignment? The 1 hour is in the red. Hasn't finished yet, hasn't printed yet, so it's a little bit risky at this point. But either way, we're in the red, and it will finish soon. It actually happens to finish in 8 minutes from now. So it's a 1 hour momentum data set literally in about 9 minutes. It will print and conclude, so that's basically, that's good. That's a sign of strength. Obviously, we're at the end of the confirmation. 15 in the red and expanding, perfect. Those two are aligned. Now we go to the 5. What's the 5 doing? Well, the 5 isn't necessarily expanding like a perfect stair step. Nothing is perfect, nothing. But it is holding a level, and it's in the red. So that is the first. That's the first true alignment of the day between the 1, 15, and the 5. What does that look like in price action? If we could predict the future, what would be the prediction? Well, things are probably going to continue in that direction, and sure enough, it did happen. That was your first alignment for the day, which started truly at 1321. Why? Because on a 1 minute chart, the momentum was expanding upward, not going with all of this. It's going up, 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 up. And then finally what happens at 1:21 p.m., we tick down, aligning with the whole picture. Thus the alignment channel forms. How big will the alignment channel be? How long will it last? We don't know. Nobody knows. But the alignment channel itself exists. That's all you need to know. Now we're going to wait. We're going to skip forward to the next alignment. No other alignment occurs from here. Nothing happening here. You could say this was a little mini alignment because the same situation. 5 is in the red. And had you taken that trade, would you have won? No, that would have been a loss. We're going to mark that. This would have been a loss right here. And if you're using a 1-to-1 strategy like I am, then if you win, you make $10. If you lose $10. No harm, no foul. You're back at even. Totally fine. If it's a positive expectancy, it's a positive expectancy, and eventually it'll play out in your favor through enough trades. The next alignment occurs. We're waiting for the 5 to get back into the red. The next alignment occurs here. Now it's happening. Hasn't concluded yet, so we can't really hop into a trade yet. But now it has right here at 1:21 p.m. Now that red momentum bar has printed. That's wonderful. So now we wait to see, can we wait for another momentum alignment on our execution time frame, like a 1 minute or a 2 minute chart? Can we see if it happens? And it does happen here. Right here. Full alignment to the downside. This was a loss right here. And we're going to talk about why you would have avoided this trade. It's quite obvious. I'm going to explain it anyway right here. So right here we had a momentum going out. It's aligned. Then we have one pullback. Then we realign. But it was a loss. Could have been a win, but it happened to be a loss this time. Why would you avoid this? Well, because the more overextended something is, the less you want to take those trades, and the more you want to wait for an extension, a pullback way closer to the zero line, to the middle line. And that happens right here, look. And on a 2 minute chart, which is what I was using at this time, looks like this. You can see the momentum pulling back, and it starts to build again right here, and that's your entry. And this alignment channel was weak, but it was there, absolutely there. So with all that being said, that was all of the alignment channels today. There was only two. There was only 2 setups, but technically there was 4, and 1 win, 1 loss, 1 loss, 1 win. So today you would have ended at break even. You didn't lose money, you didn't make money. You would have ended at break even, and that happens. That's totally normal. That is absolutely normal, and we love to see it. I will see you in the next one. Take care now.